What is up, YouTube? MK40 here. This is crazy to me. So, out of the Australian Nationals this past weekend, Sons of Dante uploaded a Gouki FTK video. And this went super under the radar. I don't know if players just didn't catch this or what, but when Elvis Costello sent me in his list, he sent me in a bunch of other deck lists as well and said, hey Robbie, check this out. I'm going to leave a link down below to the 40-minute deck profile for this. The entire combo is built into this video, and this is crazy awesome. Just really that somebody had the time to come up with this and adapt this for an event, because this is actually fucking crazy. And Robbie Richmond did fantastic with this. I think, don't get me wrong, I don't know if this could be replicated, but what you need to do is you need to learn simple basic combo that involves ditching 16 cards to basically kill your opponent. So this is all raw around Tempest Magician. So it's one tuner plus one or more non-tuner, which is super generic. And when this card is synchro summoned, we can place one spell counter on this card. Once per turn, you can discard any number of cards and place one spell counter on a monster you control for each discarded card. You can remove all spell counters from this card to inflict 500 damage to your opponent for each spell card shot. So basically, discard all of the resources. Go Tempest Magician, burn your opponent for literal game. Alright, you have to understand that those are big numbers. Now, the way you're going to be doing that is you're going to be resourcing things like Hyper Librarian and climbing up link ladders to draw essential cards. Now, I'm surprised he got this extra deck actually functional for this. And considering one of the things I've already kind of seen from people with Gouki in general is, well, after Goblin died, how do you compensate for that? Well, we have chain summoning now. So we can only activate this card as chain link 3 or higher. You can conduct up to 3 normal summoner sets, not just one. You cannot activate this card if multiple cards of the same name or effects of such cards are already activated in the chain. So basically, we get this, do our stack of the chain here, however the hell you want, and then basically, congratulations, you've got Goblin, which has been lost for you for ages, back online. I think it's cool to see the chain summoning's kind of wheedled its way back into Gouki at this point, to say the least. Now, one of the things that you're going to have to understand here with this deck is we are basically going to be using things like Magic Cat. So, this card is sent to the graveyard for a synchro summon of a spellcaster monster. We're going to return one spell card from our graveyard to the top of our deck. So, fun fact, we can use Magic Cat to stack, you know, something like Desynchro on the top of our deck, and then draw it back with the Hyper Librarian so that we can continue to extend our play. So basically, we're creating a little soft loop to ensure that we get to things. Also, Rescue Ferret is also needed for the combo. You can shuffle this card. You control into the deck, special summon monsters from your deck, except for Rescue Ferret, whose total level equals 6 to your zone's a link monster points to. Basically, once again, we're just going to massively draw resources through the combination of these cards, multiple Saruja resolves, to make sure that we are able to arrive to our FTK scenario. And I think that this was really cool to get the chance to see come out of Australian Nationals. Definitely proves that Gouki's still alive. So let's kind of talk about some card choices here, a few things. So we do play the one copy of Steam the Cloak. Basically, we're playing this for the token generation. Also, it is a level 3, which is pretty fucking critical to some of the plays that this deck wants to do. Thank you, token. I appreciate you. And we have the triple copies of the Blue Mountain Butter Spy. Stepping into the Assault to start combo is very, very critical. Also, the fact that this doubles down as an extender or starter for the deck is really good. We have the one copy of the Glow Up Bulb. This is also a tuner, literally. I love it. And then Goukis, we play the 2 copies of Headbat, still pretty standard for this ratio. 2 copies of Octo Stretch, once again, same thing. Same ratios, no real big difference. 1 copy of the Risk Scorpio, just another name. If you need to normal summon it, you can. It just kind of depends on the scenario that you've been dealt with your opening hand, if you're going to choose to do that. And then, of course, we have the triple copies of Suprex, Normal Summon, Extender, Go. This plus Butterfly literally resolve this, continue extending out Goukis. Absolutely. I still think this is one of the best Goukis. I still think this should have been limited at its time, but it's been a while for Gouki. Now, we also have the triple copies of Twist Cobra, still in a scenario where you go second. You might want to try to kill your opponent. Twist Cobra is going to grant you the ability to do so via battle damage. And then, of course, we have the triple copies of Junk Forward. Another starter for the deck. Literally, once again, you guys kind of noticing a theme in Link formats, like 2 monsters, start your combo. We did it. Same thing with Junk Forward. This plus any other monster, same thing with Butterspy, you're good to go. I already talked about Magic Hat, but it is a one of, and it is essential to the starting combo. You do have to be able to stack those spells on the top of your deck. If you're not able to do so, then you're not going to be able to do your full combo. A lot of one-ofs. We also play the one copy of the Rescue Ferret. Once again, one-ofs are needed for this combo. It can only add into the bricking, but if you resolve the chain summoning, and you do start with a couple of the brick pieces, as long as you don't need to fully extend out all of them, you shouldn't have a problem. Now, we also play the triple copies of Summoner Monk. This also helps with the generalized combo, and this is also our other spellcaster to stick on the board. Very, very crucial also to combo. It's kind of crazy, actually. How many combo pieces do you need to resolve in your deck? But you should have no problem sticking this on the field with a spell to feed it. Triple copies of Called by the Grave. I'm not looking to lose the game to a random ass Ash out of nowhere, because I'm going to be straight honest with you, this deck looks hella vulnerable to any sort of hand trap, and I don't like losing. And then we have the triple copies of Chain Summoning. As I said, this compensates for the loss of the Nightmare Goblin. Being able to resolve 3 normal summons with Gouki, it's like we never lost anything, right? You know, the one copy of Desynchro, being able to desynchro a monster down into something else and then continue to make it again, draw 2 off of Double Librarian, seems like the fucking freest shit in the world in this deck. Then we have the one copy of the Brick. We have one copy of Drag Down to the Grave. I actually found this pretty interesting. Getting to rip something out of your opponent's hand before you start comboing is really good, especially if your opponent looks at your hand and goes, "What the fuck are you playing, my dude?" And you're like, "Hey, don't worry about it, my guy. Like, just let me Gouki FTK you really quick." We have the one copy of the Gouki Rematch, 2 copies of Instant Fusion because Warrior and Spot Removal. We have the one copy of the Living Fossil for revivability, one copy of Magical Midfield Breaker to not allow our opponent to target our stuff, one copy of Reinforcement of the Army, and one copy of Ye Old Shade Brigadine because it's a Dark Warrior. Why not? No real reason not to push this out. Now, down here in the extra deck, we have triple copies of Saruja. As I was talking about, there are a lot of scenarios where you will literally step through all of these because you have to continuously draw cards. You need to be able to get to those resources. You need to make sure that you're getting to those combo pieces that you need to actually resolve this. If you don't see those said pieces, unfortunately, I guess I'll die now. We have the one copy of Link Karibo, one copy of Nightmare Phoenix, one copy of Isolde, one copy of Curious, the Lightsworn Dominion. Then we have one copy of Tempest Magician, which is our fodder for killing our opponent. 2 copies of Hyper Librarian for draw power. One copy of the Martial Metal Marcher. One copy of Quandax, and the one copy of the Celestial Double Star Shaman. One copy of the Millennium Thousand Eyes Restrict. Once again, this is mainly for stopping hand traps. Your opponent tries to do something, you go, suck it up. They have the one copy of the Invoked Ragin, just another warrior to start combo for things. Side deck here, we have triple copies of Prankatop's Daddy, General Disruption, things like that. Triple copies of No Material. He talked about in his profile how he never drew this. I feel kind of bad. He said this was for going second and just never came up. We have the one copy of Borolo Dragon. Pretty good rotation for when you need it. We have triple copies of Evenly Matched for going second, clearing those devastating boards. Make your opponent waste a negate. Triple copies of Red Reboot because playing through traps is not something this deck wants to do. We have 2 copies of Typhoon, wrapping up Robbie Richmond's Gouki FTK list. How many of you would have thought of this? I've seen Gouki FTKs in the past, don't get me wrong, but I didn't think we would actually see another one. And it's pretty impressive to see that this one got underneath the radar for so long, and I'm really glad to see that he got the chance to show this off, and he actually got the chance to do so well with it. So, Congratulations, sir, for doing well. Thanks, Sons of Dante. Thanks, Elvis, for bringing this to my attention. I think this was actually fucking cool. So, guys, please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think about this Gouki FTK deck. And, well, guys, I'm out. Peace. The ride never, well, truly ends. Thank you, patrons. Without you guys, I don't know what I'd be wearing in these videos. I might be a truffle shuffle incident all over again. Guys, please also check out VanCole40 for some awesome Vanguard content. Some other interesting stuff you might find up here on the left or in the description as well. Thanks for watching.